and welcome to Catch the Drift. We are Wavemaker and this is episode 1 of our podcast series. I am joined today by Alex and Ben, the directors of Wavemaker. It's a pleasure to be here. Alex, Ben, welcome. Hello.
Hello.
I don't know why I'm welcoming you because we are in Wavemaker HQ.
Yeah, Wavemaker Towers.
Wavemaker Towers, yeah, that's the one. Ben, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, 46, Virgo. No, so I came to Stoke 28 years ago to do a fine art degree, graduated in 2001, went to work for the local authority as an arts officer, an arts worker. So I've been heavily involved in the community from that point, really. Was in a band at the time, so stayed in Stoke, thought we were going to get massive. Through that, then at the council, I then started working for B Arts, a local arts charity, so again, heavily community-based. And just... it was just people, really, just spending time with people.
I was going to say, quite a people fan then.
And at that time, I was leading on a project working with young asylum seekers and refugees called the Bridge Project. So it was teaching people how to use laptops, some of the very first Apple MacBooks. Yeah,
that's the one.
And stuff like that for ages. And then that morphed into another company that I ran with tech, and that was my own thing, like doing digital stuff. And then that was kind of then the springboard to Wavemaker. So, and then we've been doing this for 10 years.
Nice.
Over to you, Al.
I've been in Stoke all my life. Always been interested in tech. A bit geeky, 80s kid,
Can't relate. I'm a 90s baby.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm technically 79, but we'll...
You're as good as 80s,
yeah,
though,
thank
right?
you, guys.
Are we Gen X? We're Gen X.
Yeah, we're Generation X, baby. Yeah.
What am I then?
A millennial.
Am I? No, I'm not.
Generation X. Generation Strange.
Anyway, guys.
Always been into tech. After college, didn't really fancy uni, so I did an apprenticeship. Worked at a local computer store, building, repairing PCs, and something that I was kind of keen on was that. But something I didn't foresee was engaging with people, with customers, clients, on the phone in the shop, doing one-to-one. So I really like that. So off the back of that, I was looking for other opportunities, and I got a job at the local council, a local authority, working in schools, being an IT technician, which was great because, again, dealing with a lot of different people, different pupils, different staff. And I kind of just worked my way up in that sector, really, all the way up to network manager. And then from that, I got the opportunity to become an educational technologist. And this was at the City of Stoke-on-Trent Sixth Form College. So this is where I really kind of enjoyed myself, because this is me learning new tech and then teaching the teachers how to use that tech in order to teach more efficiently.
You enjoyed teaching and...
Yeah, I enjoy that side too. Yeah, and I wasn't great at the start. I don't know if I'm great now, but...
Yes, you are.
He's all right.
Thank
He's
you.
all right.
But I really enjoyed that. And then from the back of that, I met you, Ben, at the Sixth Form College. Actually, you were in doing...
That was going to be my next question. So...
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Great. Thanks for leading us straight into that, Al.
Sorry about that.
So how did you and Ben meet?
Yeah, it was there, wasn't it? It was the college. We came down, I came down to deliver a session and met Alex there. And then, not just saying this, straight from that point, I was like, this guy's a sound guy. He knows what he's doing. So when Wavemaker was started to form in a kind of its early stages, and we had to look for, this is me and the board at the time, other people to work with. It was like, right, to employ, right, come on. So it was me and Alex.
Like this.
Like this, yeah.
We are. I've worked
the
with
longest,
you longest
I was gonna
than
say
anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
if you think about
it is
Thank
wild.
you. Thank you for that.
Can you both, we'll start with Al, can you just give us a summary about Wavemaker? What is Wavemaker about?
Our tagline, our strapline is bridging the digital divide. Ultimately, we're passionate about education and giving people opportunities to lead a better life and have a better health and well-being.
Yeah.
So, our core program at the moment is called Digital. And it covers 4 core pillars of our digital inclusion and skills. So digital skills for life, business, creativity and health.
And health.
Do you want to talk about that a bit more, Ben?
No, we can do, yeah. I think for different people that you speak to, they'll have their own opinion of what Wavemaker does. So depending on the groups we've engaged and worked with over the years, but I think it's all been about empowering people through technology that they've got access to at the time. We don't try and force tech into something.
No.
So it's just about how it works for them. So it might be something that they're aware of, they've heard of. But ultimately it's occupying that space between people and tech. So depending who the funders are, might depend on how we get to that eventual point of them being confident to book doctor's appointments or to register for online banking. And then kind of the culmination of all of this has been our digital platform, which has got those 4 core pillars that Alex was mentioning. So it's kind of like perfect, isn't it now? I'm not saying it's taken 10 years to get to this. Well, obviously it's taken 10 years to get to this point.
10 years old.
But it's all the learning that's gone into where we're at now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is co-produced in a sense by the people we've engaged with over the years. We've really honed it down to what people need to know and want to know.
Yeah.
And it's still growing, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a long way to go.
But
it's okay.
I think you can both. And if anyone watching at home can see how passionate you both are, and I can definitely feel the passion within Wavemaker Towers.
Yeah.
To call it. So Wavemaker has evolved over the past 10 years. Can you take us back to the moment where you realised that digital inclusion and digital poverty, I suppose, was very clear to see within Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire and worldwide?
So I think, so for me, when we first had our funding, which was via Comic Relief, so it was Robbie Williams Give It Some Fund, and then Nominate Trust Match funded it, they at the time it was just to engage with hard to reach communities, which is very broad in itself, and we tried a load of different things over those 3 years. And so in that period of time it was kind of, we were just dead busy doing like Minecraft clubs here, trying this over here, stuff with parents over here. And I would think it was after those 3 years when we went, well, what does it look like now? Have the funders caught up? Do you know what I mean? Are people then expressing that they want digital inclusion in funding? Because still at that point people weren't saying digital inclusion.
No, it was digital skills, really.
Yeah.
Like future skills. Your coding, your programming, your 3D design, your graphic design, fabrication.
Yeah. So at that point for me it was then going, right, there's never been a bigger need in Stoke, and I think at the time it was almost like there was a race to the bottom for Stoke. So it was like going with the city's terrible at this, or it's the bottom of this, give me money. But we could see that, but also we could see the fact that digital was going to have a bigger impact on this as well. So if literacy was an issue, then digital will impact on that, good and bad. As in, if people didn't have access to tech, it's going to be bad for them. Food, education, food health, life expectancy, all these things are still bad, but not being confident or having access to tech was going to just make it worse.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Because if you haven't got the skills to begin with, you are. We were saying, weren't we, Al, about people being restricted depending on their upbringing, depending on the skills they've been given. And I think education is obviously something that obviously we're all passionate about, especially the both of you. Is there a moment in the 10 years where you've helped somebody, where Wavemaker has made such an impact to somebody's life that it's stuck with you and you felt like it's given you the drive to really make Wavemaker big and make it important to everybody else?
There's been a number of occasions really where we've had that warm fuzzy feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're thankful that we're fortunate to be in this position to have been able to do that as a job and for a living. I think for me,
no names, obviously.
Thank you.
We're just saying no names. But give us an example. Yeah,
there was a young lady who had mental health challenges and cognitive disability, and it was just pre-COVID. This was so.
It's the same one I'm thinking of. It is, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, amazing with the echoes.
Yeah. So we were running a program doing digital assistance. So this was a Amazon Echo show, one with a screen.
Yeah.
And we were working in conjunction with the local NHS to provide them to people with long-term health conditions, so things like COPD, cardiovascular challenges, and conditions, as well as mental health and social isolation. So we provided this lady with a device to help her remember to take her medication, and then to also get information around health and well-being as well. And we set it up, and she was over the moon that she had that, and kind of like a companion, really.
Yeah, it was.
She was using it to remember to lock her doors and put the bins out, so extra things. But the real standout point that we didn't even know about, when I went to install it, we met her mum as well. And her mum was deaf.
Oh, okay.
And providing this device allowed her and her mum to have a video call. So, and her mum could lip read. So then, because she wasn't deaf from birth, she could kind of understand, she could speak. But she could lip read and then have that conversation. And yeah, that's quite touching, really.
Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I think this was, at the time, it was almost like a pilot project. And we'd given out, over 250 Alexa devices, Amazon Echo shows, sorry, with the screens. And that one particular thing, because that was, I'm not going to say a soft outcome, because it wasn't a soft outcome. We didn't even think that.
Well, it was an extra, it wasn't part of the project.
Yeah, we just thought
it was
increase social, yeah, someone's going to take the meds, they're going to be this, maybe they can ask what the weather's like,
Yeah,
etc.
Healthy,
and suddenly mum, her words was that she got her life back. Daughter was like, I've got my brain back. It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, that's definitely for me the big one. And I think numerous other ones that we've done this past project with a shared prosperity fund, was working with people at like JET at the council, so Job Employability Training Scheme. So their target was to try and get more people into work. We ultimately were about empowering people with the skills to be able to even apply for work, for jobs, and so suddenly we're just ploughing away, and then suddenly they'll send us an email or a text message to go, oh, by the way, just to let you know, 5 learners that you worked with last week or the week before have now gone on to a job interview.
Yeah.
One of them's now got a job, and there were, part of that was a capital project, so we could gift them a Chromebook if they're eligible. Yeah. So suddenly I'm getting photos back of said person in an aquarium holding their Chromebook with a t-shirt on for where they're working, and they haven't had a job for 2 years. And I think it's stuff like that we...
It must be so heartwarming. You must feel like you've made such a difference to somebody's life.
I think we forget sometimes, because I'm not sat here like, job well done. It's like we forget because we're that busy doing the stuff, and then suddenly these things just pierce through, and you go, oh, we need to pause here a second, because this is great. And that's credit to all the JET team, obviously the person who's got the job, and we've just been a little help in that
just
journey.
Been a little part of that, but just to be able to help is
I think it's amazing how modest you both are, really.
If anyone knows me, they'll
well, we've got, hopefully these are fresh viewers, Ben, so they'll take this on the value.
Yeah, no, I think it's true. I think it's funny because people don't really know. People have, like I said, you said before, people have an idea of what it is we do. Mm-hmm. My dad will be like, "Is it stuff with iPads?" And no offense, Dad, or whatever. But like, there's some guy somewhere now in a job going, "Oh yeah, thanks to these JET Wavemaker," and that's great.
I think people underestimate the value of just having a device nowadays. You can't do anything.
Yeah, sure.
You can't do anything, without a phone or a laptop or a tablet, or even a Kindle is, for me, my Kindle is my safe space. Yeah. And it lives under my pillow in my bed. And I don't know what I'd do without it. And even though there's a big debate about whether a real book is better than a Kindle, or a book, should I say. Mm-hmm. But I love my Kindle, and just a little something like that is so important to me. Obviously I'm privileged and I've never really gone without technology, but the idea of being brought up in a home and a family where it's not doable, it's not able, and you guys can make that happen.
Look, and I'm aware too of that kind of privilege. I look at my kids, try and get the balance between tech for them and etc. So I'm aware of that, and then again personally, if if I didn't have some way to play music, I think I'd implode. And again, that's a very first world problem, but it's some device to listen to music or something. But yeah, when we talk about the digital divide, it could be confidence to use the equipment or to access services, the connectivity, and then the kit. If you haven't got kit, you're in trouble.
Yeah, of course. The music thing is obviously a huge one for so many people, I'm sure. I mean, we have music on in Wavemaker Towers every day, so
trance country.
Yeah, we're just
what was that mariachi pops covers? That was good.
Oh, yeah,
we'll send a link. We'll put the link in the description.
We'll have to get a playlist.
Yeah.
We'll put a playlist together and we'll just link it in the comments for you guys so you can see what we're listening to at Wavemaker Towers. So obviously this isn't the only podcast episode. It's not going to be a one-off. We are planning on doing this for the foreseeable future.
If we have time.
If we have time, we will make time.
Don't hold us against. Don't hold it against us if we don't do it.
Is there anything that you think we are going to be covering coming up? Anything you're passionate about, or anything you really think that we're going to get
There's
into?
quite a lot of things I'm
into
passionate about.
the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
I think that.
Go on.
Well, I think there's a whole thing around just like jargon busting. I'd love to do literally like a thing where we just pluck something out of a jar that says, we could just say Wi-Fi or something, or 5G or...
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and then we just go, right, this is this, because people only know what they know. And I think if you've got, and this isn't necessarily us, other people are great at this, it's if you can find a way to communicate that to the broadest reach of people,
of course,
that's the best thing. It's not a 3-letter acronym. It's not a complicated word.
No.
This is what this is about for me. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I think comfy chairs would be a good start.
Yeah,
we've got great chairs over there, but we'll be
that.
like asleep.
No, I mean, I think that's a great idea. I think we should just have it on the table, and every time we pull one out or a couple out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of things with what's going on. There's AI and technology. I think what I'm really passionate about is the responsible use of technology.
Yeah,
and especially
I could not agree more with that. I think it's so hard and it's so addictive, and obviously there's lots of things coming out with to do with children and screen time. And let's be honest, obviously we're quite lucky and we haven't used public transport for a while, but I imagine if you get on public transport nowadays, you're just met with this. Everyone's just doing this all the time.
Yeah, you don't have to be on public transport. Look in the high street.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
Park benches. I mean, it's an addiction, and we're being brought up with it at a very early age. I don't think there's enough awareness around it. We're just catching up.
Parents and
it's everybody, and we're not pointing the finger. Nobody's had that guidance and hand-holding through it, really. We've just been thrown into this world of tech and said, right, deal with it.
Yeah.
I've got a quick little question before we head off back to the comfy seats, the chairs of the office. Where did the name come from?
So when Comic Relief and Nominate originally said, here's some money, they were like, here's some money, and what you're going to do with it, kind of thing. So they got a load of people who work in the community and work with people and tech around a table, and they employed 2 people, I think from Sheffield, Justine, and I can't remember the guy's name, and it was called the Wavemaker pilot or the Wavemaker project, and it was this one report about getting these people together. So it was literally from that moment, it just was like, well, this is a great word.
Well, however, I mean, I'm not discounting that. When we first started...
Go on then.
What's going on?
I'm just saying it. I mean, it works so well as well.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Because when we first started, we had a makerspace, didn't we?
Yes.
So we had a kind of fab lab. So we had prototyping equipment, 3D printers, laser cutters.
This is where the laser cutting came in.
Yeah. So
it's like a fab lab, wasn't it, where you could just, any idea in your head, the idea was you'd be able to create something with that.
So we had quite a few entrepreneurs come through our doors and prototype things during that time.
I've never seen a laser cutter.
Have you not?
So you'll have to show me a laser cutter, Al.
Oh, it's ace. It's ace, isn't it? It was cool. I mean, it's even then, cool. we were still blown away with just,
what
it was big, but like what you could do with it and trying different stuff. And again, it was watching, anybody accessing the space getting a design, putting it through a piece of software, tweaking it, editing it, sending it to a computer, sending it to the laser cutter, and then cutting it out to make something. It was ace, wasn't it?
Yeah, ace. We did that with so many young people as well, like who'd come through our doors. We'd run classes on that, so they really could see how you could conceptualize an idea and take it to a physical item.
Yeah, quickly in a way.
2-hour workshop we did.
I love that. I wish I was there. All those years ago, back when I was young. Right then, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you so much if you've watched today and you've stuck with us. And yeah, have you had fun, guys?
It's been lovely. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 1 of a Wavemaker podcast. Catch the drift, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.